Hello, hello, everybody. How's it going? Okay, so I always try to do something a little bit different each time I come on here. So I am going to use a product that I've never used before. It's been recommended by someone I really trust, whose makeup is always beautiful and perfect. Um, and I'm doing it because a lot of people talk about primers. Should I use a primer? Do you use a primer? Do I need a primer with mascara makeup? So here's what I'm going to say about that. I personally don't wear a primer. I don't feel I need it. It kind of was not ever anything I really used. I don't know why. I just never jumped on the primer bandwagon. I don't know. Is there a bandwagon for primer? Well, I was never on it, if there was. But I know some people like it or feel they need it. So what I tell everybody is when you are trying mascara makeup for the very first time, try it without. Just try it. Even if primer is something you've worn for years and years, try this makeup without it. Because what if you don't need it and you can eliminate a step, eliminate a product you have to buy, eliminate a product you have to put on? That would be great, right? But for those who just really want one, really like one, really feel that they need one, here's what I will say. Pick a primer that is going to work with this makeup. And the number one thing you have to watch is that your primer does not have silicone in it. Because what will happen is silicone is what gives your face that sort of slick feeling, almost like you've created a completely different surface and it doesn't feel like your skin anymore. So that slick feeling unfortunately works against this cream makeup. The cream makeup will just sort of slide around. No, no bueno, okay? So here's what someone has tried and found, and I'm willing to put it on even though I don't wear primer and let you guys know. I'll check back in later and let you know kind of how this makeup worked with it and let you know what I think, okay? So this is the NYX Honey Do Me Up, DEW. NYX Honey Do Me Up. I think it was $16.99. I'm guessing I'm going to use very, very little because it's a decent sized bottle. Here we go. Okay, I always smell everything first. Do you guys smell everything first? Okay, here we go. Okay, this smells to me really good. I'm going to tell you right now what this reminds me of. It's a little bit rosy, like roses, and there's a candy. This is making me flashback. My mother's side of the family is all in England, and when I go visit, there's a candy that I get there called Turkish Delight. Those of you who know me know this is my favorite candy. And it's a rose jelly, firm rose jelly coated in chocolate. It doesn't taste like roses. It tastes like what roses smell like. Does that make sense? Okay, that's what this kind of smells like. So I'm already loving it, okay? It comes with a little paddle, which I'm a little confused about. So here we go. I'm just gonna do this. How about that? Ooh, it's a little like slimy. It's like aloe vera. Okay, I'm just gonna rub it in. Like I said, I'm not a primer girl, so this is a step I don't ever do. But I'm doing it for you guys. I'm gonna put my hair back here. Okay, so I will say this. I've used primers before, and this doesn't feel slick. It feels a little tacky, which I think that is the point with primers, right? You just want the makeup to kind of stick to your face. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't put much on, but we'll give it a go. Honey Do Me Up. I just like the bottle. It's kind of cute. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do a face hack, and if I have time, if I've not gone too long, I'm going to do an eyeshadow. But here's what I want to do. You guys know I always use my favorite brush, which is the Detail Hack. Most of you, when you get color matched by me, will be told to get this brush because I do feel like it's the best all-in-one because I just love this brush. But I also love this brush, and I really love this brush in summertime because it's fluffier. This is the Best Blend Forever, the BBF, and it's going to pick up a lot less makeup. And so in summer, when our skin has more color, it looks a little better, we can afford to wear less. That's how I think about things. So if my skin is better, if I have more color, I really want less makeup. So this will cause that to happen. This will not pick up much makeup because it's fluffy. The denser the brush, the more makeup it's going to pick up. The fluffier the brush, the less it will make up. Less it will pick up. Okay, here we go. But I'm still going to use my colors like I normally do. I'm just going to put it on a little bit of a lighter layer. So I woke up with this little beauty. I'm not sure what's happening there. So I'm going to hit that with my Aspen first thing. my contour color, which is Aspen. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of that with my small end, just to kind of knock that red off. Light layer. I'm a little red on my nose today, and I got that little spot. So I'm just barely touching my makeup to my contour color right there. Everything's in my palette that I need. Everything is here. I do not have to go looking unless I'm showing you a product I don't normally have in my compact. But this is like my everyday compact, so it's always all right here, which is awesome. Okay, so there. I mean, that's better. Once I put my highlight on top of that now, you won't see it. Okay, now I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to put my foundation color on, which is what we call our my main highlight. Now I am getting a little more sun because it's getting very warm here in California. So I'm actually going to use a couple of different colors now. I'm kind of transitioning into a darker color. So my main highlight is normally June, but I'm going to add a little Sandy to it. Sandy is a little bit of a darker color. And I'm going to put that kind of across the bridge of my nose, just barely tapping into this in the lightest layer. It's hot. We're not going anywhere. Do we really need Godiva makeup? No, we just want our skin to look nice and even and pretty. So I'm putting this in certain places. I'm not putting this where my blush is going to go, and I'm not putting it along my jawline because my neck is still a little bit lighter, and I don't want the darker color to be right up against my neck. I want my lighter color there so it matches my neck better. But I am going to put this kind of on my forehead. Light, light, light layer. I mean, I'm barely, can you even see? There's hardly anything on here. But that's what I want. I'm going to put a little bit of this across my nose. Right here. On my chin. So this is my darker color, Sandy, that I'm kind of morphing into now. Okay, so now I'm not really adding more makeup. I'm just making sure it's moved around and blended really nice. Okay, now I'm going to go a little bit lighter under my eyes because I've got a little bit of discoloration. Not bad. So I'm going to go into my small end. I'm going to put a tiny bit of, oh, sorry, not this color, June, my lighter color. I'm going to dip back into that June. I'm going to put some there. I'm going to put some there, kind of in the corner here, in the corner here. I'm going to put some right in the center, down the bridge of my nose, and then right along my jawline. So that lighter color is against my neck. Because our necks never, never, never get, I feel like, as dark as everything else. It's always shaded. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and just blend that out. This is a soft, soft brush, so it's not going to pull on my skin, on my under eye, which is important. Our under eyes really need taken care of. So if we can use the softest brush there possible, it will save that under eye skin. We don't want to pull it. Okay. There. Super light and easy, right? I just barely put any makeup on. Most of it was just using the right tool to make sure it was blended nicely. Bring that down my jaw really well. Okay, perfect. That's all I want to do. I am still going to contour a little bit because remember, when we're all one color, we kind of look like baked potatoes or chicken nuggets. We don't want to be or tater tots. Any of those beige foods we don't want to be. So I am now, though, going to go back into my detail hack because this is my favorite brush for contour. And I'm going to go into, I think I'm going to go back into my olive contour. It's the one I usually wear. And I'm just going to put it on the big end here. There we go. See, olive. And I'm just going to run it right along my hairline. Once you kind of place it, you can go back in and blend. So just kind of schlep it on there. We don't need to be overly worried about this part because the blending is going to make it all beautiful. That's the thing about this cream makeup is it's so forgiving. I mean, you can already see how much warmth I've got now up there on my hairline. This makeup is so forgiving. If you just keep blending, it will get lighter and lighter and lighter and eventually just go away. So if you feel like you've put too much on, you don't have to panic. You do not have to abort. You just get to blending. I'm going to put a little right here. Now remember, I did not put any of my June or my Sandy highlight on my cheek area. I don't need to. We're trying to keep this one layer of makeup if we can. And the way to do that is just keep in mind, all the makeup is your foundation. It all provides coverage. So if you just put the different colors where they go, almost like a paint by number, then you're not building layers one on top of the other, and you will have one layer of makeup on your face. Now, that may not interest you. You may be someone who's like, you know what? I don't need that. I don't mind putting all my foundation everywhere and then putting my contour and blush. And that's perfectly fine. You can totally do that. But for those of us who are trying to keep the layers light and we're trying to keep some resemblance of what our skin looks like, which I'm going to talk about this one day. When did skin stop looking like skin when it comes to makeup? I don't know. It's like we have to make it completely look like it is not real skin anymore. You know, real skin breathes. It's a living organism. It has dimension. It has texture. You know, sometimes I feel like we feel like we have to completely obliterate that and make it almost like a fondant icing cake, which is pretty, but it doesn't look good to eat. It's sort of impressive to look at, but if you show me two cakes, I want that buttercream cake where it's sort of whippy and it's got different layers to it. I mean, you know what I mean? That looks more savory to me and it looks more realistic. So I feel like sometimes if we let our skin look a little bit like skin, it's prettier. It's really prettier. Okay, so I just put a little bit of contour there just to bring some more warmth. See, not a lot. I'm becoming slowly less like a baked potato. I'm adding dimension and color to my face. Okay, I'm gonna go back into, we're almost done. I'm gonna go back into my BBF brush. I'm gonna add some blush. And again, I'm just gonna keep it light today because I just like this really soft look and I don't wanna add a ton of stuff. So this is Bare. This is a beautiful color. It looks like nothing, right? For years, I never wore this color and I told people not to get it because I thought it was too light. I mean, it looks like skin, but wait till you see how pretty it is. So I just barely tap in it. Look at that. I put it right on top of that contour. They kind of can blend into each other. You kind of want that. You want your colors to just go one into the next and you don't want to see any harsh lines. And that's what this cream makeup does. But look how beautiful that is. It's just the most subtle tinge of pink. I'm going to show you what else you can do with this if you want a little more drama. Like let's say you want this during the day, but maybe later in the day you're going to go out. I'm going to show you how you can step it up. So I love this. I love this look. I like the subtleness of this. I just like a really pretty natural pink. If you want to, take your big end of your blush and bronzer and soften it even more. Just natural and pretty. Okay, but let's say you are going to go out to dinner now. You've rocked this look all day. Now you're going to go out to dinner and you want a little bit of, have some fun with some darker colors. Put it a little bit and add to this. So this is Scarlet. Oh yes, she is. I mean, Vivian Lee would wear this color with no reservations, right? Okay, we're going to take, I'm not going to clean this brush. I'm not going to do anything with this brush. This brush has been 2 or 3 colors now. We're not going to worry. It doesn't hold on to the makeup. That's what's phenomenal about mascara brushes. I can't vouch for any other brush, but I know that this is true about these brushes, is that you can go from one color to the next without having to clean them in between. Okay, so we're going to put the ittiest bittiest color on our brush of this Scarlet. And when I say that, I mean, look, that's it. Okay, that's it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pop it right there in the front and work a little bit of it back. So you ready? Start with the apple. Add a little more if you need it. And just start swirling. Look at that. Look how all of a sudden I've got a more dramatic sort of blush color. Still subtle, still pretty, tiny bit of product caused the difference, okay? And would you have guessed that's what I just put on? No, because this looks crazy and super pigmented in the tin, but in reality, you are using so little, you can control it. And you have to have a brush that will help you control it. And that's why you guys know I love, love, love this brush when I'm putting blushes on. So how pretty is that? Beautiful. So you just went from like every day, got to run errands, to the hubs and I are going to go to dinner. I need a little bit more zazazing. Okay, my face is done. Well, let me add some bronzer. Then my face will be done. And then I'll see if I got time for a quick eye. So bronzer is, our bronzer is unbelievably good, okay? It's not sparkly, it's not orange, it's not shiny. It's just like you just came home from vacation. Unfortunately, the Bella bronzer is currently out of stock till the end of this month. But in the meantime, you can use other things that are just as good. So here is, let me get this right here. This is the Bella bronzer. This is a highlight color called Muse. Pretty close, right? So this would be somebody's highlight color that has really dark skin. That's pretty close to that. And I'm going to show you how I can use this. If you don't want to wait for the Bella bronzer to come, you can totally make this work. So this is important, big brush, because you want a light hand and you don't want too much, okay? I barely popped this in there. I'm going to hold it back kind of far. I'm going to start up here. Light hand. You can always go back and get more. If you put too much on at first, you just have to work longer to kind of even it out. But if you just put a tiny bit on at first, it doesn't take that long. So I'm going to put this right on top of my cheekbone. That's where the sun would hit you. I'm not going to cover up that blush. This is a great way to cause your face to match your neck a little better. Drag a little bit down. So you see now my neck is not quite as light and it kind of matches my chest a little bit better. But that is all you need. And look how I've got suddenly like a little bit of a tan. You can add more. If you want a more dramatic glow, you just keep going. You just add a little bit more. You just add a little bit more. Keep going. Right up next to that hairline. Keep this center of your face bright. This is what draws attention to your eyes and the center of your face. So keep that middle bright. We're just putting it like on the peripheral parts of our face. Look at that. I mean, come on. Look how fast that was. Okay, that part's done. Beautiful blush, super easy. 2 colors on my face because hardly ever are we one color of foundation. So when I color match you, I'll talk you through that, how, you know, a lot of times you need more than one color to make that beautiful glow and make your face, you know, kind of even out the tone. So here, I got a couple minutes. I'm going to do a quick eyeshadow. I'm kind of copying this from my girl Harmony because she did this the other day and I thought it was so pretty. So I'm going to steal it. So here's what I got. I'm going to show you all the colors I'm going to use. I put them together in a palette. I'm going to use these 3 colors: Leo, Crush, Cocoa, and Glamazing, which is a illuminator. Well, what you may used to in the past call a highlight, we call it illuminator. Okay, so let me kind of do this kind of quickly. So eyeshadow everything brush are out of stock at the moment. It will be back soon. Don't panic. We're going to go into this Leo, which, you know, I wear a lot of this Leo. I just think this is the prettiest warm orange, and I'm telling you, there's not an eye color that cannot wear this. Now, definitely if you are a green-eyed girl like me, or hazel, or blue, this will be amazing on your eyes. But if you have those rich, dark, beautiful brown eyes, this will be just as beautiful, okay? It will. I'm going to bring it up kind of high. Now remember, if you have hooded lids, ladies, get this color up there. Always put your eyeshadow on with your eyes open because you've got to see where the color is laying. If you close your eyes and you're putting it all on your lid and then you open your lid, you're like, where'd the color go? So keep your eyes open as you can, so you can see where to put this stuff, okay? So that's Leo. Leo. Beautiful. I wear it all the time. I wear it with pink. I wear it with purple. There's not any color I'm scared to wear this Leo with. So I'm kind of just going back and forth in my crease with it. Up here. And don't tell me you don't have eyes like mine, and that's why you can't wear this eyeshadow. That's baloney. Every shape of eye can do this. I'm telling you. Okay, good. Moving on. I'm going to go into Crush, which is this beautiful salmony color. It's got a little bit of a shimmer, but just a tiny bit. I'm going to dip that in again with the big end and just go over that. Just a little. So we're building layers here. Pretty, pretty layers of this shadow. We start with a dark color and we're kind of building now on top of it. Anybody can do this, I promise. Do I sound like Bob Ross when I say that? It's true. Love Bob Ross. Okay, now I need 2 hands for this. Small end. Okay, now we're gonna go into cocoa. And here's a little trick. Dark colors always blow my brush off because I do not want too much. I don't want a bunch of fallout because I don't want this all messed up. But here's what I do. I will put my hand here. Please don't look at my nails. We're in a pandemic, people. I'm gonna put this right here in the corner and kind of up. My hand here is gonna keep the color from falling out on my face. I'm gonna place it here. It's gonna look a little bold, but do not worry. We're going to blend all of this away. Cocoa, small end, right in the corner. Okay. Put a little more on this side. Wipe your hand off so you're not smearing that out. Yeah, these dark shadows are so pigmented, which I love because you just need so little, but you just got to be careful. Okay, now, small end, we're going to blend. Swirls, lightly swirl it. This is going to blend really pretty, so just make sure you don't blend it all away because that could happen. If you feel like you've gotten a little heavy with the blending, then just add a tad more. It's already ravishing. Look at that, so pretty. Okay, last step. This I'm going to use my finger for. So I'm going to go into my Glamazing, which is that illuminator finger. Right there in the middle and over. Oh, Nelly. Okay, don't be scared. I know this looks like a Vegas showgirl. Give me just a couple more minutes and you're going to see. This is giving me life, people. This sparkle is giving me life. I'm going to put some right here because it's on my finger. I mean, do you see how many things you can do with this stuff? It's on my face. It's on my eyes. I mean, come on. Okay, now, don't want to waste that. So, I mean, let's go to Vegas right now. Look at this. Okay, ready? Big end. Watch this. We're simmering it down. Now, if you wanted to rock that, then, oh man, do it, honey. I mean, what else do we got going on? So if you don't want it cray-cray like that, then just simmer it down a little bit. Still gives you such a pretty, pretty glow. Okay. I already have mascara on the top. The only thing I will do probably is, you know what I will do? I'm going to add a little bit of that Leo underneath. I'm just going to drag it underneath. Where am I at? 23? Ooh, ID's going to cut me off a minute if I don't hurry. Okay. Look at that. Put my favorite mascara at the moment on. Let's make sure my top lashes are bomb. Okay. Look at this. We're done. We're done. Okay, guys, that was super fun and easy, and I'm loving, loving this combination of shadows. So again, if you're wondering what I used on my eyes, whew, Cocoa, Crush, Leo, Glamazing. Hello. All right, girls, listen. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a free color match, DM me right now and just say, I'm ready. That's all you got to do. I will walk you through how I do it. We're going to get this makeup on your face. I have so little makeup on my skin, I can't feel it. We tried this primer. I liked it. I mean, I don't know if I notice a difference yet, but we're going to see what happens through the day. My makeup wears really well during the day. I don't touch it up. I don't have to add more. It doesn't move around. It doesn't disappear. Part of it is because my skin has completely acclimated to this makeup. It loves this makeup. It's a beautiful friendship it has now, my skin with this makeup, because I've been wearing it consistently now for so long. But I'm still gonna let you know what I think about this. So I'll be back in touch. Okay, now stay tuned because I'm gonna talk about a giveaway I'm doing, and it's gonna be the funnest, I know it's not a word, the most fun giveaway ever. You guys know I'm an 80s girl. It's going to be all about the 80s. So I won't have room to probably put it in my stories. So I may have to do it in a post, but I'll figure it out. Okay, guys, have a great day.